What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another review of the Boruto manga. Today we're going to be covering Chapter 50, which involves Naruto and Sasuke versus Ishiki, and Boruto helps out here and there. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. As I cover the Boruto manga on a monthly basis, I also cover the episodes and episode reviews. I've been covering the car actuation arc since it started, and maybe I'll continue doing so if you guys subscribe and want to see more content from me. Just let me know. Anyways, let's get onto that review, shall we? Our chapter begins with where last month's chapter left off, Ishiki facing off against Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto. And I like this little conversation that Naruto and Boruto have, in which Naruto's like, "Where the heck are we?" And Boruto's like, "Yeah, I don't know, but Otsutsuki are able to basically transport people away, so I figured I should be able to do the same with Karma." Kind of what he did with Kawaki with the going to Boro, excuse me. And Naruto's over here like, well, geez, you're just like me when I was a kid, because it's the act first, think later kind of attitude that Naruto used to always have back in the day. Anyways, Ishiki goes for the attack, and Naruto tries to defend Boruto. However, Ishiki disappears, and it appears that he's holding Boruto straight up in the air. And that's when we get the reveal that Ishiki is looking at Boruto, and we find out that his Otsutsuki transformation, or the backup file, the Karma, has basically progressed to about 70 to 80%, which is crazy. It's crazy that the Karma has progressed that much in just like, what, a year? That's insane. And Ishiki asks Boruto, "How much power are you holding back from Momoshiki?" And Sasuke goes in for the attack and goes for a Chidori, and Ishiki just grabs it right before it gets to him, and he's like not even fazed by it. He's like, "You're in my way," and he just kicks Sasuke right down to the ground, and Sasuke's out for a bit. Naruto tries to tell Boruto to get away, or else he'll be killed. And Ishiki even admits, like, "Yeah, I could just go back to your village, but since you chased me there, I might as well just take you all out one at a time." So Naruto goes in to battle him. Meanwhile, Kawaki is dreaming, and it's dreaming about his past with Jigen, how Jigen said all these awful things to him in the past. And you can see that he talked about how he bestowed the Karma upon him. And you see like a panel of a naked Kawaki just floating in like it's seemingly water. I see this as symbolism, as the Karma seal basically leaving Kawaki and fading away from him. And that's when Kawaki wakes up and he finds out where he's at. And that they're like, "Well, we're safe for now." And that's when they're actually, looks like, I'm not exactly sure exactly where they're at. They're in that hiding spot, but it looks like they got like a computer set up here and they're trying to track everybody. And they're like, "What's going on?" Shikamaru's down there. He's like, "What's going on?" And the Leaf Shinobi are like, "I don't know. Boruto's chakra just disappeared." And the same thing with Naruto and Sasuke. And yeah. And basically Kawaki is like, "What the heck is going on?" Amato basically explains the whole thing, that Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto have gone out to face off against Ishiki, and Kawaki comes to the realization that, "Oh yeah, my Karma's gone." And Shikamaru is over here like, "Yeah, since it's gone, you're basically a free man. You're no longer Ishiki's vessel." But Kawaki basically spits that right out back to him, basically says, "Give me a break. I'm not free. Ishiki's coming after me, so I'm not free until he's done." And then, of course, Amato explains that since Ishiki's body only has so much to go before it dies, as long as they're able to hold off long enough for Ishiki not to get to Kawaki, they win the battle, which is true. We then get a brief fight between Naruto and Ishiki, and Naruto immediately tries to get two Rasengans in his hand, and Ishiki uses its Eye Jutsu that basically causes Rasengans to disappear. And that's when Naruto brings out his chakra arms and basically starts pummeling Ishiki. And it seems like he's doing pretty well, and Boruto's pretty excited about it. However, Ishiki disappears, comes behind Naruto, and knees him really hard in the back. And Naruto just tanked that, because he gets up and basically creates a bunch of shadow clones to go after Ishiki, try to attack him. And that's when Naruto notices that Sasuke is coming from behind to get Ishiki in a surprise attack. So Naruto grabs him with one of his I don't know if it was a clone or if it's himself, but he grabs Ishiki with the chakra arms, and Sasuke goes for another Chidori, and it seems like, yep, they got him this time around. However, he uses his jutsu, the same one, his Eye Jutsu, where it separates his eye a little bit, and causes a bunch of those, those weird cubes that you've seen in the Kara hideout, and both the anime and the manga. Those cubes are suddenly above Naruto and Sasuke, and he slams them to the ground. And Naruto's shadow clones get taken out, and Naruto seemingly gets pinned down in the cubes, but Sasuke manages to get away. And even Sasuke notes this is different than his normal shrinking ability. Ishiki and Sasuke have a brief skirmish here, in which Ishiki takes out his black rod, and Sasuke takes out his sword. It seems like they're able to match each other, but then Ishiki's over here is like, I'm going to kill you one at a time. You're up first. And he immediately shrinks Sasuke's sword, and Sasuke basically gets whipped in the face with the black rod, and is basically down on the ground. And Ishiki manifests Sasuke's sword because he froze it in that dimension and took it right out. And is basically ready to finish Sasuke off. Like, literally, Sasuke's about to die right here. And Boruto steps in, and we'll get into that in just a second. We go back to the scene with Shikamaru, Amato, and the others, and they're basically trying to figure out exactly what's going on. So, they come to the determination that they've disappeared somewhere, as some Jonin saw Boruto swallow Ishiki up, and then Naruto and Sasuke disappeared afterwards. And Katasuke and Sumi are kind of freaking out over here, like, this guy's way out of Boruto's league. He's gonna be killed. But Amato theorizes that, maybe, okay, Boruto's definitely not strong enough to take on Ishiki. He's nowhere near strong enough. But he's become aware of his potential value against Ishiki in this battle. And that's when we go back to the scene with Ishiki about to finish Sasuke off, and Boruto intervenes and gets in the way. And Ishiki literally hesitates, and in that time, Boruto actually takes a rock and throws it to a nearby cliff. Turns out, I don't know if that was a shadow clone that Boruto did. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because him and Sasuke are on that cliff now. I'm pretty sure they did this where Boruto threw that rock, Sasuke switched places with it to avoid getting stabbed. And I like this scene right here. Ishiki's like, you want to die so badly? But then Boruto spits it back at him. Why'd you freeze up? You literally could have killed both of us just right then and there. And I guess Boruto must have had a theory going on. He's like, well, so my theory must have come true. I was right. You can't kill me, can you? And it's because Boruto is Momoshiki's vessel, and if Ishiki killed him, he'd basically be killing Momoshiki, a clan member. It would violate the clan. And the chapter ends off with Amato basically telling everybody that he might have guts, he has guts, Boruto may actually very well be the key to defeating Ishiki and winning this battle. So I will say that I did enjoy this chapter a lot more than the previous chapter. I thought it was pretty good for the most part. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more action on Naruto and Sasuke's part, because I feel like they pretty much, a lot of the stuff that they were doing, well, besides the chakra arms that Naruto did, it felt kind of like a rehash of some things in the Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen battle, whereas, Taijutsu, they're trying to come up with strategies to get him, and Ishiki manages to get out of the way, kind of like what happened in the battle with Jigen, where they almost had him and Jigen managed to get away. So it kind of felt a little reminiscent of that, and I felt like there was some panels I felt they spent too much time on it, and it could have been devoted elsewhere. But overall, I still felt that this chapter was a pretty solid chapter, and it basically goes to show how strong Ishiki is compared to Naruto and Sasuke. He's even more skilled and more powerful than he was in Jigen, and they were already struggling against Jigen, so how the heck are they going to actually win this time around? Well, we have Boruto here. Ishiki, it's revealed, like, even though he kept saying, like, I'm just going to kill you all one at a time, it's basically revealed here that, yeah, he can't kill Boruto because, I don't know who this Otsutsuki King is, but Ishiki could be getting himself into hot water if he did so. Plus, Momoshiki might be an old comrade anyways, and he probably doesn't want to kill him, so that's why. But overall, I thought this was a very solid chapter. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in the next chapter because, things are getting kind of scary because Sasuke almost bit the dust in this chapter. So I'm thinking maybe in the next chapter that either somebody's going to die or Momoshiki is going to manifest in Boruto, and basically it's going to turn the tide of the battle against Ishiki, because it seems like Ishiki is struggling a bit right now because Boruto is probably going to be getting in the way constantly. So I can see that changing really quickly. Another thing too is Boruto gonna end up getting a scar from Ishiki? I thought maybe it would be Sasuke, but since Ishiki is currently holding on to Sasuke's blade, I'm wondering if something's gonna happen and maybe something goes wrong with his Otsutsuki transformation and he has to basically step in and cut Boruto's eye or something like that. Or the Jogan could finally show up, be relevant in the manga, and maybe that's what's preventing Momoshiki from fully manifesting into Boruto's body. Maybe something like that, and he's trying to stop that, so he slashes Boruto's eye. I don't know. Just some speculation regarding the future of the Boruto manga or the next chapter or two. And that's pretty much all I got for this chapter. So overall, a pretty solid chapter. I do think that some of the paneling could have been better, and I felt like there was some panels that could have been utilized better. But overall, still a pretty solid chapter. I'd say it's good enough for an 8 out of 10. So guys out there, what'd you think? Did you love this chapter? Did you hate it? Are you upset? Are you one of the people that's upset that Naruto and Sasuke are basically getting destroyed by Ishiki? No matter what they do, they just can't keep up with this dude? Or do you not mind it? Personally, I don't mind it, considering it's pretty much shown that he's just way more powerful than any Otsutsuki before. Like, way more powerful. He makes Momoshiki look like nothing. So I'm not really bothered by it. But anyways, post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will talk to you all later. You all stay safe out there and have a great day, everyone. Bye.